Hey, Motorman here, and this is a 2021 Road Glide CVO. Now, I road tested a lot of bikes, a lot of Harley-Davidsons, but I have never ridden the CVO version. And thanks to a good friend of mine, Bill, I'm going to get to ride this motorcycle, and he says ride it like you borrowed it. Well, first thing I'm going to do is tell you all about it. And the particular color on this motorcycle is called Bronze Armor. And of course, being the Screaming Eagle, it's got the 117 motor. Now, there are a few things that have added to this motorcycle by the owner. That is a color matched tour pack, that's extra. And rear saddlebag guards, that's an extra, believe it or not. And of course, he's got the motorcycle drop guards because Bill likes to practice and he wants to take completely away that worry about dropping the motorcycle, because with the motorcycle drop guards, you see them right here, you could drop this bike all day long and nothing, absolutely nothing will happen to the motorcycle. In addition to not having ridden, by the way, that's also aftermarket windshield. In addition to not having ridden a CVO, I haven't ridden too many road glides. Just the only time I've been on a road glide is in one road test I did a couple of years ago, and sometimes in my class I get to ride other people's road glides just so I could show them that it doesn't matter. The fairing is frame mounted, but it does not matter, has no effect on anything. So let's go for a ride. Well, okay, this is the CVO Road Glide Special. Oh, maybe not the Special, but it's the CVO model. And the first thing I notice with the Road Glide is, and what I don't like about it, is the dash and everything is so far forward, it makes the motorcycle seem like it's much longer, like your front end is way out there. I'm sure it takes some getting used to, but a lot of people ask why I never ride the road glides, or I don't own one, and that's why. I really like the Batwing fairing better. Plus, I buy the police bikes because they already have the hookup for the sirens and everything else on there, and we use the sirens and the air horns and all that in our shows, and you save a lot of money with the police bikes over the civilian version. This motorcycle is right around, with the surcharge, I believe it's $43,000. That's an expensive motorcycle, no doubt about it. You get many things that you could add yourself, but it would cost you a lot more money. Now also, this model has a 34-degree lean angle. I don't know why that is, why it has a 2-degree better lean angle than the Street Glide CVO or any of the touring bikes, mainly like the Road King. You got a 32-degree lean angle. It could be because you have bigger wheels, which brings the motorcycle a little bit higher up off the ground, and that means the higher up it is, the more lean angle you're going to have before you hear the pegs or the board start to hit the ground. Now, this is the 117 motor, and the bike I just got off of was my police bike with a 114 motor. To be perfectly honest, I can't tell the difference. It's got more horsepower, more torque, but it's not something like a night and day difference. As far as smoothness goes, I'd say it's just as smooth as the 114, maybe smoother. But I believe this is a stock exhaust on the bike I just got off of. It has the Tab Performance 4.5-inch mufflers, and whenever your exhaust is a little bit louder, it seems like you get, maybe just in your mind, but it seems like you get a little slightly more vibration. This bike at idle, you could hardly tell it's running. So it is an extremely smooth motor. And then Harleys have been smooth, at least since 2009 and on. If you think Harleys vibrate or leak oil in them, that was like 30 years ago. They're nothing like that now. They are, as I've said many times, state-of-the-art heavyweight cruiser touring motorcycles. ride is on the firm side, and Bill says that he's noticed that it seems to be firmer than his last bike, which was not the CVO. It was just a standard Road Glide. But I don't think that that's the case. You know, the lower profile tires, yeah, they might ride a little bit harder. And also, I noticed the seat on this motorcycle has really thin padding, so that could have something to do with making it feel like it's maybe rides a little bit firmer than the regular Road Kings or Electric Glides, etc. Third gear picks up really fast, but so does the 114. Notice it's got the painted dash. That's one of the features of the CVO. I like the look of that rather than the matte black plastic that comes on most of the models. And this is it's got the blacked out engine, or you might even say bronzed out, because the color, the bronze color, it's sort of matched all over the motorcycle. Well, it looks like they've repaved this road finally. That's a good thing, instead of all those tar strips. Now, I'm not going to test the bike's lean limits, but as I said, according to Harley's website, this has a 34-degree lean angle, which is the absolute top of the cruiser class, or the heavyweight cruiser touring class. So now I'm in fourth gear, 45 miles an hour, picks up without lugging. Looks like we got a little gravel here, so gotta be careful. And of course there's the ridge on that side of the road. So the bike handles beautifully, it's plenty smooth, plenty fast. Is it worth the over $40,000? Well, it isn't not to me. But to Bill it is. Now he would, on his older bikes, he would add all kinds of performance parts. I think a stage 3 he said on his last bike, and he said he doesn't need to add anything onto this one. It's got enough power for him, and I agree with him. Plus, anytime you add performance goodies to the bike and you create more horsepower, you create more heat. And when you're here in Florida and you're stopped at a light and it's 90 degrees out, yeah, you're going to feel that heat coming off the motor. It's not very comfortable. So if it were me, or even with my regular 114s, I just leave them alone. Sometimes I add a stage 1, maybe mufflers, but that's really about it. I say if you want to have a really fast, high performance motorcycle, there's plenty of them out there. Harley doesn't fit into that category. These are made to cruise, and with a motorcycle like this, 117, and I'm thinking somewhere around 98 to 100 horsepower or more, it's got all the power you could need, even to up and filled with luggage. By the way, this bike does not come with the tour pack, even for $40-something thousand. Bill had to add the tour pack. I'm going to ask him how much that was. I'm betting somewhere around $2,800, color matched him. He didn't, I guess he missed my video on the Advan Black tour packs, which are just as good and less than half the price of the Harley units. I like the grips. I think they came with this, and they also came with the heated grips. But then again, so did my police bike. This also has, of course, ABS and the RDRS system, cornering ABS. Tells you how much air pressure you have in the tires. When you're stopped on a hill, pull in either one of the brakes and it won't let the bike roll back. A nice feature I never thought I'd use, but I found that my driveway is a bit of a hill. I stopped there and I'm looking for the garage opener in my pocket, I don't have to worry about the bike rolling back. Now theoretically, because this bike has a 34-degree lean angle versus the standard 32-degree, it should be more maneuverable at low speeds. It'll make tighter turns because you can lean it further. The further you lean the motorcycle, the tighter the turn you're going to make. I'm not going to test those lean limits because, well, it's not my bike. But maybe I'll give it a little test right here. Yeah, I really can't tell that extra 32 degrees. I'm thinking maybe it does. Otherwise, it's just a mistake on Harley's website. But that's it for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like my road test videos, you can take a look at this next one popping up right now.